I've got baseballs and softballs. Let's find out what I'm going to do with them for Christmas in July. Welcome on in. I'm Vicky with the Purple Penguin Craft Room, and I know some of you guys probably have some of these. Some of you may not. I go to garage sales and so forth. This size ball, this is very special to me. These are softballs. These actually were my mother's softballs. My late mother, she passed away in uh, July of 2024. And she used to play softball. So these are very special to me. And the way I'm doing this craft, I've wanted to do this for a while, and I just never got to it. I finally decided to do that with her balls. Um, but um, but I am going to do that. This is going to be for me. It's something special for me. I hold dear to my heart. She also really, really liked snowmen. She loved snowmen. And so this is like a double whammy because I am taking, these are regular baseballs. She had these as well. She didn't play baseball, but she did have baseballs at one point. So they're not as grungy and dirty as this guy is. He's definitely well used. But baseball actually makes a really good head for a softball body. So we're going to do a snowman for Christmas in July. This is kind of a tribute kind of thing to my mother because these are her balls. I'm going to do two eventually. I am going to use a wood round base. This base happens to be 3.5 inches, about 3.5 inches wide. And we're going to go ahead with just our antique Waverly wax and get a little stain going on this. Just Waverly antique wax there. Just to darken it up. We are going to make it look like it's got snow around the base, so I don't have to be super. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. You may not even see a whole lot of the base. Like I said, we are going to do like a wood, or we're going to do like a snow feature kind of thing to the bottom. All right, we got that all taken care of. I did the sides, the bottom, the top, all the way around. Let's go ahead. We'll make that the front or the top. Doesn't matter. Gonna take my ball and we're gonna go ahead. Just have my good old trusty Dremel here. We're just gonna make a hole in our ball here. The only reason I do that is because I do want to put a wire. Uh, I'm all about making your projects very secure, and it, so I like definitely making sure my projects are going to last a while. This is just, I believe it's 16 gauge floral wire. I do like using floral wire for a lot of my projects. It helps hold things together. I just need a little bit, so just a little bit is sticking out there. Let's see. We can mark. I could just take a pen and kind of put um, where that little piece sticks out, where that's going to be, so that we can. Just using a smaller drill bit here. Okay. Dry fit first. Make sure that's what I want. That will be perfect. So then from there, we're just going to take our tacky glue. Good old tacky glue. Love my tacky glue, you guys. We're just going to put a good amount. right, make sure he just stays right on there. All right. Looks good just like that, right? So we could almost just leave it like this if you really wanted to and just do a head of a snowman. So if you only have like one ball instead of two and you don't have different sizes, just do one ball. So do one ball and then do a Santa hat on top. So you can just and do a face. So you can do that way as well. But now we're going to stick our second ball on top. And so I want to go ahead again, drill our hole. Let's drill this hole first. It drills very easily. Actually, I've never drilled into a baseball or softball for that matter before. This is first time for me. I went ahead and I did two holes. And now the reason I did that is because of the spinning factor. So if you do one hole, I'll show you in just a minute. Let me get these on here. You do one hole, it's going to turn, right? It's going to twist around. You do two holes, it's likely going to stay in place. So we've got that stayed in place. Now this ball has all this. So we got Wilson, we got all these other knobbies and things. So I want to try and pick a good face spot to keep that in mind when you're doing this project, just so that you kind of keep in mind where you want the face to be on these guys. All right, let's try that. Okay, that ball was a little bit different to get into there. We got it on. I don't want to take it all the way back off again because it was really a pain in the butt to get in there. Just try to see if I can squeeze my glue around it. All right, that looks super cute. I love that already. Not too worried about the neck part because I am gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a scarf on him, so not a problem. Okay. Um, let's go ahead. Isn't he cute? He's so cute, right? Okay. I got these fake arms, they're snowman arms. They are from Temu, actually, from Temu. And we're going to just put holes in the sides of him. We're going to switch back to our bigger drill bit here and give him some arms. That is so cute. So before I glue it, I'm going to do both sides just to make sure. All right, you guys, you gotta see that's so cute, right? How cute is that? Super cute. So let's just go ahead and plop on some, like I said, that is adorable, you guys. So cute. I'm gonna do a scarf and we're gonna do a hat for him. Love this fabric. It's a nice plaid, green, blue, and red, and an off-white color. I believe I got this at Michael's actually. Um, but it will make a great hat and scarf. We'll do matching. So I really like when um, I like using plaid print because it's already got some lines on it for you to cut. All right, we've got a really long piece here. It's about 19 inches, about 19 inches long. We're just gonna wrap it around him. I kind of like a little oversized. Not a big deal for me. Super cute. We're gonna loosely, I'm not gonna double knot this. It's just in case I want to switch it out, you know? I may find something that I like a little bit better at some point. And so let's go ahead and just leave the net long. And we're not gonna double knot it. Even though, even if I did double knot it, I think I would still be able to take it off if I needed to, because I'm not gluing it on either. We're also going to take our ends and kind of fray them a little. So we're just gonna, again, that looks so cute. I like having it way off to the side because you want to see his belly. You want to see that he's a ball, that he's a baseball. We also have got a little black button because he needs a little black button on his belly. Wouldn't be a snowman without a little belly button. All right, and then I also we want to go with a nose and eyes before we do the hat, just so I can see placement. Um, I have this. I made this with clay, the bake clay, the sculpty bake clay. Basically, I just made a cone. That's all I did. Just made a cone. I am gonna go ahead though, to make sure it stays on him. I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna Dremel it in. Now, before I baked it, I could have stuck a piece of wire in it, and I just didn't think of it at the time, but it probably would have been helpful to do that way for next time. So there we go. Just got a little wire sticking out the end of his nose there. We're just gonna find a place where I want to put his nose. I indent it a little and then make a hole. Maybe you can see that where I got the little hole there. We're just gonna dry fit it first. Make sure that's where I want it. I like it. Put some glue here. Make sure that we got some in the where the wire goes. In the hole there. And now he's got his nose too. I made an extra long nose because I like a nice long nose for a where's snowman. Oh, right. Next thing, I want to get eyes. I don't think I want to do a mouth because he's already got the stitching. So we're not going to do a mouth on him, but I do want to do eyes. These are just two little let's see, two little black dots. So I got two little black dots that we are just going to two eyes of coal. How cute is that, you guys? That's so It's so cute. Okay, what I always like to do with my eyes on anything that I do, I like to make little dots. I just like to take a really, 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 really skinny little brush, some off-white paint, and we're gonna make just little itty bitty dots. The highlights. And guys, check out how cute that is. So you can see his highlights. That looks really good. Okay, let's get a hat on him. Okay, let's get a hat. Again, we're going to use that same material that I used for his scarf. And what I do, I'm going to try and figure out a hat for him. So I'm going to take the other ball. This one is the same size as his head. I'm going to kind of wrap it around to see how long or how much I need. So the goal is to try and make it to where the ends connect. Okay, so that might be enough. That. The formula here is whatever you can do to wrap it around your ball and come back and connect, and then how long you want it to hang down around his head. So that's what the formula is here because we don't really measure around here. That's not how it works. So with that, let's see. Yeah. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to take my thread. I got a needle and thread, and we're just going to sew from this point to probably most of the way down. Yeah, still, I don't claim to be a sewer. I do not claim to be good at sewing whatsoever. I dabble. I dabble. So all I do is we're just going to take our end here and we are just going to tie an end, tie it at the end, and just kind of in and out, up and down kind of thing, and wrap it around until it all connects. This part you can do fabric glue, you can use the tacky glue, you can use whatever you want. If you can't like if you can't do this, even this part of it, not a big deal. I know some people have really bad arthritis and they can't do it yet. I am not at that point yet, so I am still able to do this, but basically I'm just going around just enough to connect it. Once I got, so I sewed it to a certain point, because this part, it's okay if I leave that a little bit open. Now we're just gonna turn it inside out. Right. We're gonna leave that part that's still not fully connected at the end, and this part's where it's all the way connected around is going to be the bottom, or the part that goes on his head. The part that goes on his head anyways. All right, so I want the seam in the back, and we just want to get this on him. And there really is no easy way to do this. It'll be fine. It'll be perfect. So I'm just going to take my tacky glue and go around on the inside here. The most important part, as I'm worried about, is just getting around by the front of his head first, and then we'll worry about the rest of it after that. Cute! So cute. Right? So now I just want to take the end of his hat. Actually, why don't I kind of clean up the rim? So I got a plan for that. So I got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. Absolutely love it. It's like furry. It's like furry ribbon, if you can see that. However, this is going to be way too thick for his brim, but I have a portion that I cut in half because I use it on a different project, and that we're just going to do that all the way around. So we'll just start in the back here with our glue and just so it cleans up the trim around. So just we're just gonna glue around the outside of the hat here, right on the line. It gives a nice clean look. So it starts back here, goes all the way around. So let's get a close up of that so you can see his fluffy hat like a Santa. Love that. All right, so since this is going off to this side, we'll have the hat go the other direction. Just more eye appealing. If you want it to be kind of poofier, you can always put fluff in it to kind of help it out if you want to do that. I'm just going to kind of try and manipulate it here a little bit. I'm just going to take some floss. This is the white, just white basic floss. You can get, Walmart has it pretty cheap. You can get it at any of the stores. And we're just going to tie around end here. You could do a pom pom at the end of this too if you wanted to do that. Make it more like a Santa hat with the pom pom at the end. Would typically, if it's not a Santa, I don't always like to put pom poms on the ends of mine. That's why I like to use the floss and just tie a knot. I don't usually do a bow. I typically just do a knot and just cut off the ends. So it looks like that. And you can go in front or behind his hand. I'd like to go behind his hand because you know what? We're gonna add. He really, really needs. Where'd it go? A little bat. His little wooden bat. How cute is that, right? I believe it's from Hobby Lobby. I believe. Pretty sure it's from Hobby Lobby. Let's do a quick, just a little quick wax job on it. Just kind of dirty it up a little bit. I should have done this when I was doing his base, and I forgot. There we go. Just, just have a little, this is 19 gauge wire. This is just black, 19 gauge wire. You can get wire pretty much anywhere. I believe I ordered this one was online. If I wanted to get a little more wild and crazy with that, I could probably glue it on. Um, I'm not. We're just gonna leave it like that. I like how that looks. So you can see it's on his little hand there. He's got his little bat. He's ready to go. I do want to make around the bottom. I want it to look kind of fluffy, like he's sitting in snow, right? So let's just take some fluff. This is just polyfill, but you can get from like an old pillow, an old stuffed animal that kids aren't playing with anymore. Don't get crazy. And we're just gonna glue some around the base. Just a little bit of polyfill. So we're gonna do just enough to make it look like he's sitting on snow. Fluffy snow, right? If you want to make it look like real snow, they have that fake snow. I know I've seen it at Hobby Lobby and probably Michael's has it too. But it's like it's almost just like if you wanted to use spackling. Spackling can look like real snow too. So if you want to do that under his belly. There we go. Now it looks like he's got snow he's sitting in. And he's got a big old grin with those laces as well. All right, you guys, that's it for my project. So simple, really easy. Like I said, you can get baseballs. Go to garage sales. If you want clean ones, you can order them online. The sporting goods stores, even Walmart might have some too. Again, I just use this as a softball and a baseball. That way it's two different sizes. But you can always do just baseballs too, and maybe do like a three balls with just baseballs. That might be kind of fun too. So just kind of keep an eye out, and maybe if you see some baseballs that need some love from a ballpark or something that got lost, give them a home, give them something to do, right? All right, you guys keep on coming back for some more at the Purple Penguin Craft Room. Happy crafting.